Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Unreal Engine tutorial. My name is Saragan, and we are continuing our how to make a Breathedge style game. And firstly, apologies for not having a video out last week. I seem to have misplaced my actual project I was working on. This is the project I use for, did the early work. So it's minor changes that are ever so slightly different. And I have no idea what changes are different because, well, I lost the project we were working on. I've made sure I've backed this one up at least. But today, I want to look at getting some items in. Now, I did have some time to create a few items in Blender when it loads. Okay. So we have our aluminium, which just looks like crap, but sure. Our goo, ice, lead paint. I just decided to go for a traditional magnet rather than what looks like that. Metal. What else have we got? Paint, which looks like a screwed up starfish. Refined metal, plastic's the same as metal, but black, some resin, salt, and wire. I mean, it's probably about the best I can do with wire. So yeah, we've got all of these, and we need to get all of these into Unreal Engine so we can then actually use them. I do need to create a resource. I've got a resource folder here. I'll just put meshes in there. Now, if memory serves, we need to check. Is it external? Okay, let's put Python in. Python, enable remote execution. Yes, this needs to be enabled. And you need the Unreal Engine plugin. I'm not going to go through how to set that up. It's Engine Blender plugin. It's just this plugin. So you can follow the guide on how to set this up. But effectively now, if we click export, what's the path that I have here? It is, is there a copy path? Sources. Okay, so let's come back to Blender. I think you need to have them all visible. And we need to do that. Like that. Really? Is it gasping verge, or what do I call this one? Oh, just gasp verge. Okay. What about that? Okay. Replace your bits here to make sure that they're all the same. Let's just push assets and see what happens. Right, this is okay. So, if memory serves, I was trying to find it setting in export, but actually I think it's an import and it says LOD regex. Now, if I remember rightly, if we just get rid of this question mark thing so it looks like that, if we push assets, see, that's now working. And you can see we have our static mesh in here. So we need to drag all the rest of these into here, except for the sphere. And if we now push assets, that should just push all of them. You'll know when it's finished because the progress bar down the bottom goes, and you can see now we have all our meshes. Don't forget to hit the save all. Cool. What I will do, so I'm going to move this off to the other screen for the moment, just so I can gain access to the list of items. But what we need to do now is just fill out this, and I'll get rid of this one. Do I need to get rid of it? No, I'll just rename it. It's fine. So the first one, aluminium. Aluminium, and I'm actually just going to lowercase that, and I will uppercase it in here. I am not American. This is how the Brits spell aluminium because it has an I in it. If you're American, it would be aluminum without the I there. What's going on there? Test writer. So this is a form of metal, and we'll leave that, but we also want to change this to apparently aluminium 1. Why is this aluminium 1? Did it import the mesh? That might happen if you've imported already. Oh, it's because the material's named the material's also named aluminium. Okay, so obviously all these meshes are going to be ever so slightly different. That's fine. That's fine. Remember to name your materials in Blender something like MTL underscore aluminium or something like that. But that's fine. That now has aluminium. So if I come to here and put the unique row to aluminium, nothing happens. And this is because on this blueprint, where is it? We haven't got like the update mesh, and we don't seem to have a begin play. So let's do a begin play update mesh. So now we have our aluminium. We can pick that up and we drop it down, we get our aluminium model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out the rest of these, and yeah, we're going to have some items in here. So let's go. Okay, so I have now finally updated all of those. I mean, feel free to do what you want with it, but now we can add those into the game, and let's move you here. Aluminium. Let's just have this one can be goo. This one can be ice. I mean, on the resource base, you can put this in the construction. So if I took this here and put it here, you can see now that this updates in real time if you're that way inclined. I never really bother, but it's useful in some cases. So lead, I think that's all of them. So coming into here, we now see all of them here. You can obviously reduce the size of your collision, which probably be wise because obviously you don't really want these floating off. We don't have... We've got two of these. Let's do that as refined metal. Yeah, so we might need to do some adjustments for refined metal, but that's fine. That's no bother. So yeah, we have our resources in the game, and as we had before, we should now be able to pick those up. And if I drop that one here, we now have our wire here. That is a very dense wire ball. Just realized that. But we've now got all our resources in. Now, obviously, with this as well, if we're in the space one, we can be up here. And we can just drop these resources. And look, they're all floating away. They're all floating. So yeah, these are the resources I'm going to work with. I know there are more resources in the game for purposes of this game. I don't really want to copy it exactly, so I will just stick with that. Short video, I know, but that is, you know, getting us our resources in the game, and I need to go fetch this one because this one's being a pain. I'll come back here. And next week we're going to look at managing storage and crafting. Storage is going to be relatively easy. Crafting in the Breathedge game is from the inventory. It is always from the inventory, so I'm not really worried about grabbing stuff from a storage, but obviously there are storage containers, so that's something that we need to do. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for joining, and if I don't get a video out before Christmas, have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye-bye.